It's Burlak versus Costa. As the 5 lights illuminate above the drivers, here in Interlagos, we are away for the final time at Formula Sim Racing's World Championship in 2018. And it is a good start from Burlak. He leads into turn 1. And it's been a brilliant start from Danny Kish, who has jumped Ricardo Costa into P2. A bit of contact there between Ricardo Costa and Michele D'Alessandro, who now flies down the outside. He's going to be overtaken by Sander Callas there. So the 2 Netrexes with good starts. However, come the back straight, Michele D'Alessandro, smart driving, using the slipstream of Ricardo Costa to really take that P4 position. Hello, Jos Araneda. Chucky one up the inside of Florian Guy. You know what? He's going to complete the move as well. That was a lovely bit of driving from the Chilean. Actually, Florian Guy going to be under increasing pressure now from the fellow Florian. Decent.
Yeah, so, I mean, they have not done bad, and they have signed one of the best drivers that there is.
With Michi Hoyer, sorry to interrupt you, Michi Hoyer going for a move on Sergi Aros side by side into the center. As now Sergi will get the DRS on the run down to turn 4, so let's see. Maybe he can react to it. Oh, Hoyer is pulling away on the straights. It seems like he has much better top speed. Oh, Sergi
he goes around the outside. The Spaniard is going to go right around the outside of the Descida del Lago. A bit of wheel banging there. And Jarl Tyen sniffing around. He's a real predator in these sorts of situations, the Norwegian.
And making one mistake makes
the 2 Florians again. Florian Becker completely misses the braking because he goes on the grass under braking and just runs straight.
Looking up the order, and we have Pitters, Burlak in, Costa in, deciding to call the shot. That's a surprise for me on Burlak's point of view because he's usually someone who goes a little bit later.
Yeah. Same like as Gospi, surprisingly. Maybe they won undercut. Well, Priyak was leading actually, so I don't know.
He's probably trying to keep track position.
Yeah, he is the king of the overcut, and so maybe there's just a different procedure for leading a race. He's going to be really worried about where he comes out, though, because I reckon he's going to be coming out right behind a gaggle of cars here, and indeed he is. He's going to be coming out right into the edge battle, so he's got Paresis there behind him. He's going to come out just behind Tyen, and that is a big worry because these guys are all on medium tyres, and they do not have to pit. He is up to P6 net. As where is D'Alessandro coming out? It's going to be very close indeed. Here comes Kish as well. Kish is going to be fighting for the lead. He's much closer than he was before. But look at that. There's all contact on the back straight. It's Jarl Tyen who stays ahead of D'Alessandro. And you know what? D'Alessandro might have actually undercut Costa here. I thought he was the one who was going to be the least affected. Turned out he's the one that's been most affected. However, Costa slashed across the track as he heads into Ferradura there. And he does hold on to P3.
When you start on a
and Mick managed to get past Costa into turn 1.
He did, you're right.
Oh,
so contact back through.
Contact between Callas and Michi Hoyer. Callas trying to make a move on the inside of Hoyer into turn 4, and Hoyer, contact again. That's aggressive battling there between these 2.
Yeah, but Callas his strategy is being completely ruined. As Araneda, and he's round at the. What is that? Is that the Descida del Lago?
Oh, contact again. Yep. Michi Hoyer pushing Callas off. Callas nearly spins the car.
Michi Hoyer goes ultra defensive. I don't know why they're on different strategies. Callas going to go clean around the outside. Further contact again. Another one of those Hulkenberg Hamilton moves, but this time Callas survives.
He goes to the medium tyres. So he's probably going to stretch these out so he can do another 23 or similar lap stint at the end, when these other guys might be looking to do 2 soft stints. So we're going to have to see what he does, because he's already made effectively half a pit stop, being 10 seconds ahead of Petter.
So first phase of pit stops are mostly over, certainly for the soft runners, and it is Burlak who remains in the lead.
You know, the battle between Callas and Hoyer nearly gave Simic track position. Oh, to contact again. Callas battling with Sergi Aros into turn 4.
He's having an exciting race, isn't he? And good point as well, because that is where Simic has come right out behind. Callas finally makes his way through. Oh, D'Alessandro doesn't have a front wing!
Oh, well, that's the Mick of last season.
Yes,
Welcome back.
He spun it on the exit of turn 10, I think that is. If you
it was Biko D'Apato.
But I think
who's that? Oh, Gaia! Gaia's into the wall, sorry.
Huh.
And that is race over, surely. He was behind... He was behind... he was behind Burakov.
Let me see.
Oh, he just got caught on the Astro on the exit of Desida de Largo, and that is Gaia out of the race, our second retirement. Kalash and Simoncic very much in with a chance of winning this race if their respective strategies can play out as expected. Burlak, Kish, Costa and Patel, we think, on 3 stops, as finally Rensloff looks to go on the outside. Oh, and he basically does the same thing as Gaia, but unlike Gaia where he just crashed into the wall, he actually tapped James Sadler. So James Sadler, in some respects, actually saved him. The Englishman thankfully gets away from that unharmed. Very nicely indeed, as our leader and our second place man are in. I was thinking they were going to come in sooner rather than later. Cots are in as well. Patel's going to come round again. And it is soft tyres for Patel. 3 stops confirmed.
You mean Burlak, but yes.
Yes, my bad.
Yes, soft tyres. This does mean 3 stops. Ricardo Costa now is going to be coming past Birakov, most likely on his lap. There's obviously a 2-step.
Oh, is he in? He's in, finally. There we go. You called it right, Cam. And so surely medium tyres from here.
Yes, it will be medium tyres. I actually got slightly confused at what was happening, but yeah, obviously he needs to pit for the medium tyres if he's going for a 1-stop. And then it'll be 30 laps to the end. He chooses medium. Yes. So where does he come out? Because the people that he comes out with are the people he's roughly racing at this current moment.
Not so much, because a lot of the people around him are going to be pitting again. So it looks like he's going to be coming out behind this Mashuli Hoyer scrap. Simoncic, is he going to choose to defend? He goes middle of the road, but eventually gives up position to Burlak, who slides on through as Florian Becker exits this race. Now it is down to Danny Kish to make his way past Simoncic. Burlak already with a 2-second lead over Simoncic, by the way. Danny Kish now going to use the DRS on Jerne Simoncic. And still, Simoncic defends into the center S, though. Danny Kish breaks late, and the Hungarian is back through into P2. Simoncic down into 3rd.
Soft tyres. This is a 20-lap sprint for Simoncic.
And he's going to come out well behind Kalash, who actually, once this next phase of pit stops is over, could be race leader. 19 seconds now the gap between Burlak and Kalash. You can tell that Burlak is on it. He needs to make 1 more stop before the end of this race. Now, I reckon... Oh, Costa in as well. So I think Kalash is going to have the legs on Costa. Patel, by the way, goes through to take the lead of this race. Burlak should come out ahead of Kalash.
Yeah.
With Kish, it's going to be a lot more close. So here comes Burlak. It's going to be very briefly a Musto 1-2. Burlak does indeed then come out into P2. That's the net lead. Here comes Kish. Here comes Kalash. The 2 NetRex teammates are close, but Kish is ahead. So Kalash is going to be net P3. But look who's on the back of him now. It's Jerne Simoncic. With little mistakes like that on the exit of Desida de Largo, that'll give Simoncic a whole host of invitations.
Kirill Birakov, P7 on merit with the 2 flag guys chasing him.
That's just the point I'm actually going to bring up now. Gosby and Lapala both on soft tyres and both absolutely flying.
Simoncic finally made a move onto Santa Carlos after following the whole race.
Well, here goes Patel down the inside there. That should look quite easy. I think Carlos may be taking 6th place. In terms of most improved drive.
Oh, and both go around. Renz Club, Michi Hoyer battling into turn 1.
And coming around the final corner now, thank you very much. We always get... It's great FSR, isn't it? We get stuck in debate, but at the end of the day, Peter Burlak has just gotten stuck into his 3rd race win of the season. It'll be his final race win of the season. Actually, for the 2nd time in 3 seasons, he wins. In Brazil, of course, he won in 2015. Sorry, I lied, 2016. He might have also won in 2015. Don't know. Either way, Kish finishes P2. Very comfortable P2 ahead of Jerne Simoncic, who made the 2-stop work to make his way onto the podium. Ricardo Costa continues his very impressive start to FSR life. He finishes in P4. That's his best result so far. Patel is P5 with Sander Kalash P6 after a similar, albeit slightly more flawed strategy than Simoncic. Kirill Birakov scores his biggest points haul in FSR. A 1-stop strategy from the back of the grid has taken him to P7. That is by far and away the Russians' best drive ever, I would argue. Gosby P8 Mashuli P9. Lapala picks up the final point in P10. And there were Haas and... What's going on?
Mitchie had a massive oversteer moment out of the last turn. Nearly lost 13th to Sergio Aras there on the drag race to the line.